Now let's head on over to the Hill for some of the top stories around the country. Joining us to discuss politics is Niall Stanage, the associate editor at the Hill. Good morning, Niall. Thanks for joining us.
Good to be here, Mitch.
Kevin McCarthy's the Speaker of the House now. He was very clear that he wasn't going to add Adam Schiff or Eric Swalwell and some other Dems to committees, but the Minority Leader, Democratic Representative Hakeem Jeffries, has said that he's submitted those names and he wants them on committee. So how does this play out?
In the specific terms, Kevin McCarthy, the Speaker, can reject Hakeem Jeffries' choices for the Intelligence Committee. That committee has separate or special rules because of its sensitivity. Normally, if a Speaker wants to reject the opposition party's nominees, you have to have a vote of the full House. You don't have to do that for intelligence. And so McCarthy could keep Congressman Schiff and Congressman Swalwell off that if he wanted. There are, as you mentioned, other nominees, particularly Congresswoman Ilhan Omar, for a separate committee. That would require a vote of the full House if Republicans want to keep her off that panel.
Okay, so Jeffries does have maybe some power to get some of those submissions onto some committees, just maybe not the ones that he's put forth Schiff and Swalwell for. Let me ask about the debt ceiling here. Is there a good faith budget debate to be had here that doesn't involve, driving us toward a cliff?
It's a great question. I mean, there will have to be one at some point, presumably, before we go over the cliff. I do think, to extend the metaphor a bit, we're probably going to have to get closer to the cliff before it happens. Right now, we're seeing a lot of posturing and throwing of shapes on both sides. Republicans demanding cuts, Democrats holding out against cuts. The Senate Democratic leader, Charles Schumer, just yesterday accusing Republicans of brinkmanship and things of that nature. So I think there will ultimately have to be some sort of, whether it's a negotiation or whether it's simply an acknowledgement that there should be a clean debt ceiling raise, something will have to happen because the impasse at the moment would put us over the cliff unless it is lifted.
Well, yeah, and can't they extend the debt ceiling or raise the debt ceiling, as it were, and also still have a constructive argument about budgeting and debt for the future?
Sure, absolutely. I mean, that is at least theoretically possible, where you would just say, look, the debt ceiling is so important, it has to be raised. We cannot risk not just the credit rating of the United States, but the fundamental faith in the United States to discharge its debt. That if the debt ceiling were failed to be lifted, then you would create a global financial crisis, and that can't be done. But separate from that, the reason we need the debt ceiling raised is because the debt has now reached over $30 trillion. Maybe that's something we should have a conversation about. Maybe that's something that we should try to bend the curve downward about. So those things you would think should happen or could happen. There's just not a whole lot of evidence of them happening right now.
It always sounds good in theory, and then you get actual people, politicians involved, and that's where it gets really complicated. Niall Stanage, associate editor of The Hill, thank you for joining us. Thanks for watching. Go to NewsNationNow.com to find NewsNation in your cable lineup. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-based, unbiased coverage.